Hey guys, James here, not a duck. Today we are back in the TARDIS console room. This is going to be a shorter video today where we are basically just working on the storage room for the TARDIS, which is going to be in that direction through those doors. Of course that means that we need to be able to go through the doors, which means we need functioning doorways, which on this side we already have now because I've been doing that. And as you can see, we press it, it opens, we can go through, and then it closes. Just a little bit of redstone back here, which we will now go and do on the other side. However, I haven't put the buttons in to get back from this side yet, so we're going to have to go the long way. And also, as you can see, I have changed all of this to black concrete, just so it looks a bit better when we walk in. And when we drop down, we no longer take any fall damage because we have powdered snow with a piece of carpet on top. Where was that creeper? That's scary. But yeah, I won't dwell on this bit too much because I will be talking about that and how we get out of here next time. But for the purposes of this episode, yes, this is the door, and it works lovely. It's open for plenty long enough for us to get through without getting crushed too often, because that would not be fun. On here we do not have the doors yet, obviously, and I'm going to build up the door on this side now just so I can do it along with you guys. I have already dug out the area that we need under here because that is, of course, the boring part. This prismarine brick is the block with the button on, so we're just going to come down here on both sides. Both sides are then going to meet in the middle because that's where our pulse extender is going, just so that we can make sure that the door stays open long enough for us to actually get through. There, and then the repeaters go here because we don't want one button to activate the door for slightly longer than the other, so it has to meet in the middle, and then the signal to open the doors has to come from here, directly on both sides. Although thinking about it, we don't actually need a repeater on both sides. But yeah, then just some redstone dust along here and up to there. Come back around here and redstone dust up to here, and some more on this side. And we want redstone torch there, redstone dust there, and the same on this side, redstone torch and redstone dust. And piston, 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 piston. Add the door back in. Button. And we're done. And if we just quickly go through again, and I place this block of redstone right there, and that will stay open, and then we can sort out this side. First of all, before I forget, just going to add iron blocks above and below the door, just so that, you know, when it opens we don't get the ugly granite and dirt, and then this will change as well, obviously, too. And then what we are going to want is a little archway going around here, just to kind of frame the door a bit more when this is closed. Just make a little bit more room here so that we can actually see what we're doing. Actually, I just remembered, I want this bit to actually be calcite. Just the floor kind of flows more seamlessly through to the corridor when the door is open. And then I think I want to put the buttons here, and it is very, very simple to just add in a little bit of redstone underneath those iron blocks. Where are they? There and there. So we are going to need a block there for the redstone, and then just there, break this. Redstone on that block next to it, round and down, and connects to this, perfect. And the same on this side. There we go. And now we should be able to remove this redstone block and use the buttons here. Wonderful. There is a slight chance that because of the difference in the length of the redstone wire from this button to there and that button to there, that these buttons don't open the door for the same amount of time as these buttons do. But as long as these two do it for the same amount of time, and these two also do it for the same amount of time, then I'm not really too fussed. The corridors themselves are going to have a pretty simple design, just basically going with the calcite, iron blocks, and mushroom stem on the ceiling for it. I might change it and do something a little bit different, but for the moment I'm going with that just because all of the different rooms in the TARDIS are going to have different kind of different styles, because as I said in the other episode, we can do. Every room doesn't have to be the same style because they're all different rooms in what should be an infinite TARDIS. There's no reason why the build palette has to be the same throughout the entire thing. We might have different themes and everything. But the corridors I want to be mostly the same, and I wanted to just go with a kind of generic sci-fi theme for the kind of transitions between different theme areas, if that kind of makes sense. So yeah, I'm just going with the basic calcite, iron blocks, mushroom stem, and sea lanterns for lighting. As you can see, this is the very top of how high we can kind of go with this, but luckily there's going to be paths and everything on top of that, so it doesn't matter too much. The bit that is slightly concerning is that these 19 mushroom stem are all of the mushroom stem that we own. So I'm going to have to get some more of those And I think next time I'm really gonna have to get started on the mushroom stem farm that we are going to do. But yeah, I won't build this too far for now, just because we're not focusing on this area at the moment, but I just wanted to show you guys that this is kind of what the corridor is going to look like, with another archway like this every however many blocks. Just kind of break it up rather than it be one long flat hallway. I think on the wall we'll go like 2 iron blocks and then sea lantern, and 2 iron blocks, sea lantern, 2 iron blocks, and then an archway. And then just repeat that for just however long we want the corridor to be. For now though, we still need to do this door. I won't do this bit on camera, I'll just skip past this bit. The buttons, obviously, over there are quite far away from the door. The buttons here are right next to the door, so it's going to be a little bit different, and if anything, it's going to be slightly easier. So we will quickly do that, and then I will dig the rest of this way down. I need to figure out how far we want this corridor to be till we get to the storage room, because the storage room itself is going to be quite large as well. The storage room is actually going to be about 50 blocks by 50 blocks. It's going to be a square, but I've never made a proper storage room before in Minecraft, so I want to make a nice big one and go all out and have plenty of space for all of the things that I want to store. The only concern is, if I just quickly sprint to the end of this bit, the ocean is right here, so which is fine. It's just it may mean that we need to clear out some water, and if we keep expanding this way, which we probably will, it means that we're going to have to keep clearing out areas of water for whatever area we want to build in the TARDIS, which is fine as long as I get some sponges. But it is slightly inconvenient. I mean, it's my fault for choosing to do it here, but it is still slightly annoying. So, but yeah, so that might affect how long we want this corridor to be. It shouldn't be too bad. I'll quickly have a look actually. So if we wanted the far end of the storage room to be where that sand is, then the other side of it would have to be here, which would only give about, what is that? Then that would only give about 10 blocks from there to there for a corridor. And I do think that I do want the corridor to be slightly longer than that. So we probably are going to end up having to clear out some water over there. But really that's fine. It shouldn't take too long to do. It's just kind of a pain, you know. And with this door done, if I press the button, you'll see it opens and it closes, and it opens and it closes. Like I said, that one was much easier to do because of where the buttons are placed. In terms of this corridor, I've done what I can. We are out of mushroom stem, and that is just about all of the iron that I have. Maybe in the long run it was a bad choice to build with iron blocks, but we're going to go with it. I like how it looks, so we will try our best. But that is all of the iron that we have. So I'm going to need to build a better iron farm. I do have an iron farm somewhere. Which way? That way? Somewhere that way. Yeah. But it's not great, so I need to build a better one. Plus, another one of the things that this server has is an AFK timer for about 7 minutes, which means I can't just leave my computer alone to gather iron, which is fine. I'm okay with that, I get it. But it does mean that I definitely need to make a quicker iron farm faster to produce more iron per hour. Otherwise, we are never going to be able to fund building these kind of long corridors with predominantly iron blocks. I do have plenty of calcite, but I'm going to have to go gather some iron for a bit, standing by the farm, doing other things like editing this video, for example, and go and gather some more mushroom stem until next episode when I make a mushroom stem farm. So we don't have to do that anymore. And I don't really want to start digging out the area for the storage room until I've decided how long I want this corridor to be, because that's not a bad length, but I feel like 2 segments of this isn't enough, so maybe 3, maybe even 4, but probably 3, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure. So we will have to gather these materials and then figure out how long we want it as we go to figure out where the storage room is going to finally go. I do actually have the storage room already designed, because when I started planning this a while ago, I knew what I wanted the storage room to kind of look like. So that's ready to be built. I just need to make the room and copy it onto here. It's probably going to be a manual storage system. It probably won't be done with hoppers and all of that. Maybe some parts might be done with hoppers so that they can be connected to farms and such, but for the most part it's going to be manual because of the lag. This is going to be a big storage room, and if I build a big redstone storage system, that's just going to be horrible lag for everyone else on the server. So at the moment I'm thinking that I'm not really going to do that, but maybe just a little bit of hoppers connected to farms, like I said. But we'll see. Okay, and here we are. I've done the corridor. And now I'm going to show you. So you guys have already seen what the corridor design looks like, so it's not really going to be very much of a surprise here, but if I open the door, you will see that we have this corridor, and I really like it. I think it gets the vibe that I want. It's different enough from the console room. It's kind of alien a little bit. There's all the cyans and the dark greys and whatnot, and then you open it, and it's very different. It's a different vibe. It feels completely separate to that room. And then we walk down here, and I went with this length. I was gonna do a really long corridor at first. I think I was gonna have like 4 or maybe 5 even segments like this. I went with 3. I didn't want it to be too long because I felt like having a big grand storage room would be that more like emphasized by having a kind of short to medium size, a kind of short to medium length corridor here. If I open this door, then you will see that I have not done anything in here yet. I've just constructed the door, added the buttons here, and I have dug out where we need to dig to in every direction. Down there, although you can't really see it because it's very dark. Down 2 blocks here, and down and up I think 7 blocks here, 9 from the floor in total. And if I quickly sprint down here, I've marked where I need to dig to out here as well. This stone block here, which means I will definitely be needing to use some sponge to clear out a pretty good chunk of this water, so hopefully that doesn't take me too long, and it's relatively easy. But yeah, so that is going to be my job now, to dig out all of this space underneath here. And then we can get to the actual building of the storage room. I know that I said that this episode was going to be a shorter one than usual, but it might end up being a little bit long. I'm not sure. I probably won't show very much of the digging itself in the building, because it's the kind of thing you want to do in a third-person time-lapse, and I don't really have a way of recording a third-person time-lapse on here currently. Really. So the digging I'll probably do myself. The building I might show you bits of progress as we go. I'm not entirely sure yet, but by the end of the episode we will have the storage room, regardless of how long that makes the episode. Hopefully not too long. Time to actually dig this out. Wish me luck. And it's done. We have cleared out the area that we need. It didn't actually take that long. It wasn't too bad. It was maybe 2 and a bit hours, but like with the water as well. The water didn't take as long as I thought it was going to. Luckily, because of the frozen biome that we are in, this all just turned to ice, and then I just had to take off the top layer of ice, and then the next layer would turn to ice while I was mining out the underground stuff, and I just kept doing that for a little bit, and then the little bit at the bottom I got rid of using sponge. It really wasn't too bad at all. This area is cleared out. I'm gonna have to terraform a bit when I'm finished with this, because I don't want things to be poking out the top, especially because there are aspects of the base that we want to be on the surface, and clearly some of the storage room is going to be peeking out of the top of the ground, so at some point I will probably terraform over so that we can't see it at all. But for now, with that dug out, time to actually start on the building of the storage room. I need to gather some materials, and then I'll be starting building, but it's going to be predominantly stone bricks, deep slate tiles, and dark oak logs. So with the dark oak logs and the chests, I think I need around about almost a chest of wood of some type, and I should have enough stone for the stone bricks because I've just dug all of this out, and I should have enough deep slate already from mining and digging underground to place the beacon. So anyway, let's get on with it. I have quickly flown to a nearby, what's this called? What's this? It's just dark forest. I've flown to a nearby dark forest to quickly get some dark oak, and I love the fact that these trees just have so many logs in them. Like, I got nearly a whole stack just from that first tree. A little bit less from that one, but still, like, almost a stack and a half just from 2 trees there. Not that this is news to me, I have collected dark oak logs before, but like, it's always just kind of surprising. You never expect each tree to actually give you that much. It's great, especially because it means this really should not take very long at all to get the nearly chest of logs that I need. It may not be one of the easiest trees to set up some kind of auto farm for, but it is definitely one of the quickest and easiest to mine in bulk out in the wild. And judging by the fact that my inventory is now full because that slot in my hotbar is now filling up with logs, we should have enough wood now. May as well just finish filling up this little slot, and we are done. Now finally to the actual building part. I really wish that you could just put deep slate in a stone cutter and make all the stuff like you usually can, because this is just annoying. Because now I've got to place all of this down just to mine it again with my fortune pickaxe instead. It just really seems unnecessary, like they made it awkward for the sake of it being awkward. And then I can turn the cobble deep slate into whatever I want, right? But like, why not with the deep slate? Just let me do it with the deep slate too, rather than have to mine it a second time. Because like, I'm going to go mining with silk touch and I'm going to get regular deep slate, but I need the cobbled deep slate. It's just weird. Because like, I'm pretty sure nobody even really uses regular deep slate to build, at least not very often. Just a kind of odd decision to make design-wise, Luckily, it doesn't really take too long to mine all of the deep slate again with a fortune pick. And luckily I already have it all, otherwise it'd just be too grindy. So yeah, I have some deep slate tiles now, and I'm probably going to have to get some more, but enough complaining about that for now. Back to building. And with the floor done, I want to start building up these walls, and ideally I want to get the walls done so that I can get the ceiling done before it starts snowing again. Otherwise, I'm going to have to clear all the snow off, which would be a little bit annoying. So the plan is to deep slate tile around here, all the way around the room, like so. Apart from these four in the middle, which are going to be staircases, like so. Then dark oak logs building up on either side of this. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then a little bit of that, and a little bit of this, and to get rid of that, and a little bit of this. And then just a line of these logs all the way along the top, and build down some more of these pillars like so. Oh, and it started snowing again. I just cleared all of that, come on. I cleared it so that you guys could see the floor before I start doing all of this, but kind of a waste of time now, I suppose. Oh, you've seen the floor now. I'll just clear it again with a water bucket once I've actually got the roof on. At the moment, the plan is that all 4 walls are going to look identical. The chests will be these 3 sections here. This one will be just kind of some nice stone kind of pattern with some lights. And this one, at the moment, I'm thinking it's just going to be a wall of deep slate tiles, I think, just like that, and 2 there. Obviously, it doesn't all look that great right now. It's a little bit plain, but just, you know, you've got to trust the process a little bit. So what I've decided on for these kind of stone segments on either side of the door is 4 of these in the corners, there and there. Then on these 2, there will be lanterns hanging down. Oh, if I can just, there we go, there we go. And then rather than just do the whole wall with stone bricks, have a little nice funky pattern in here like so. Some smooth stone, and then just fill in the rest with these stone bricks, which I think looks pretty nice, to be honest. And when it's on the other side as well, and all the chests are in, and the ceiling's in as well, I think it's going to look very nice. It's not super fancy, it's not really super creative, but I think it's going to look pretty good altogether. And like I said, just duplicate that over on this side as well. Boom. And then, as I said, these 3 segments and those 3 segments are all going to be chests. So we do this at the top for a kind of brim on it. Oh, no, wrong one. And there we go. Obviously, because anything above the chests needs to be a transparent block, so we need to use stairs for this, and we can't just use 4 blocks. We could use slabs, but stairs works just as well. And that wall is now done. I also put some cobblestone walls and lanterns up there in between some of the chest areas, which I think looks very nice. You know, brighten up the area a little bit. I said earlier how big this storage room was going to be, and how it's going to be a lot of chests, and how it's probably mostly going to be manual. But when I say a lot of chests, I mean a lot of chests, really. This is 4 by 5, and these are all double chests, right? So that's 40 chests of storage in just this panel alone, which means all 6, that's 240 chests of storage, and every wall was going to be identical, which means 960 chests. I think this is going to be plenty of storage. I don't even really know what I'm going to put in all of these chests, to be honest. So that's another thing that I do need to figure out. I'm probably going to put item frames on them. Probably, I don't know if every chest is going to have an item frame, because that's going to be a lot of item frames. So it might just be the middle chest on each one, and then each column can be like its own category. Because, to be honest, that is more than enough categories for storage. I don't think that we're going to need any more storage at all after the storage room is done. Like, not even individual storage for different farms. It can all probably just be funneled into here with hoppers and stuff, like I said before. But now I'm going to quickly put the roof in, and then I'm going to duplicate this wall on all 3 other sides of the room. Let's go. Well, that took forever, but needless to say, I think that we will have enough storage for a little while. The ceiling is in and the walls are done, but we are not actually quite finished with this room. But James, why, I hear you ask? It looks lovely, it looks finished, it looks wonderful. Why, thank you, I say. But it also looks rather empty. The whole middle area is completely bare, like, there's basically no point in having this massive square. I may as well just have rows of chests. The answer is, of course, we are going to be having some stuff in the middle of the room here. We're going to be having a little bit more storage in the middle here. I know that we already have more than enough storage, but that's going to be more for bulk storage, and this is going to be more for, like, quick, if I need to dump my inventory, or if it's something that I know I'm going to need urgently soon at some point, you know. This is going to be a very lovely little archway for some chests to go here in each corner of this. I meant to put those here, not there, because here I wanted some more dark oak logs, like so, there, and lovely. And each of the 4 corners will look like this. Ta-da! It's not anything particularly special, but it's quite nice. You can open the chests because of the slabs and the stairs up here, and then round the back here I'm going to just have a little tree on every corner. behind one of these little extra corner storage bits here, and just decorate these with leaves to some extent, like so, and then just these two pieces of wood there just to make it a bit more complete. I might change the type of leaves that I've used here, because when I did this originally in the creative world, it wasn't in this biome, so the oak leaves were much brighter, so I might see if one of the other types are brighter in this biome, and I might use that one instead, just, you know, a more vibrant bright green, but I will have a look at that separately between now and the next episode. Now I just need to build this on the other three corners, which shouldn't take too long at all, and spin, and there we go. We are done with these four things here. They definitely help to fill the room in a little bit to give it a bit more feel than just a big empty space. Again, not sure about the color of the leaves, gonna see what the other leaf types look like in this biome. We are now nearly done for what I wanted to put into this room. I'm gonna kill the bat. It's annoying me. Come here. Come here. Come on. Oh. Gotcha. Sorry, my apologies to any bat-loving enthusiasts, but he was loud and he just had to go. That's just the way it be. Anyway, very last thing that we are going to put into this room today is a fountain in the middle of the room here. I think that's what it needs. It needs something in the middle, and that something is going to be a fountain centerpiece thing. So the center of the room is here, and in line with that lantern there, we want boom, 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 boom. And then we just want to go around like this. This isn't a super fancy fountain or anything, it's just a basic fountain to fill in the little space. And I already have the design for it done, and personally I think it does the job just fine. It also means that we have a very easy and fitting light source for the center of the room so that we don't need torches sitting in the center. And with this, it also means that the entire room is lit up enough so that mobs won't spawn, but we do get the kind of dark, moody lighting in these areas like here and in the corners of the room and in front of the doors. 1, 2, 3, 4 corners, and then we want stairs on here all the way around. Slabs and sea lanterns, and the little staircase and slab topper like that. Some solar lanterns on the corners of these deep slate brick walls here. There we go. And now just to fill in the water. Oh, not like that, like this. Not like that either. Well, that's annoying. I've got to go around the entire thing now and do this. Just got to grab another water source and then do all of that quickly. Never mind. No, I don't. I'm a genius. I have ice blocks. Boom. 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 Yes. Well, that was much easier than what I was going to do. And then just got to fill in these stairs here. Also going to fill in these slabs here, just because otherwise it looks a bit weird with the water flowing over the slab like that. Well, here's a quick weird thing. If I place the water in the stairs first and then the slabs, then you get this. If you place it in the slabs first and then the stairs, then you get this, which looks much, much better. I did it all and I was like, well, this doesn't look like how it did in the creative world. Why isn't it more smooth? So then I tried it the other way and boom, apparently that works, which is very strange. There's a very big difference there. I don't quite know. I want to know why. Weird. Well, that is much better. Well, everybody, that is my storage room now done. Now all there's left to do is to actually put items in here, so you know, actually start storing things in the storage system, which hopefully I'm sure I'm going to go do now. But that is going to be all for this video. I do hope you enjoyed. Please do leave a like and feel free to subscribe. And I will see you guys next time for further expansion of our TARDIS. See you guys. Bye.